buckle down now and take care of things in the last two events.
Here's Liam Collins in the second round, lies just behind Norton after one putt and needs 365 to take the lead. Quite happy with his technique, the British decathlete, whose ambition is to compete in the Olympic Games next year. And he definitely won't find this event in the Olympics. Pretty good though. Just waits for confirmation, and it's 3 meters 77. So Collins takes first place. Luke Van Sevenon has just seen Collins throw 377. Big throw, but is it outside the quadrant, I wonder? He'll have to wait for the judge's verdict. Let's have a look at the slow motion replay. Just inside, so it is legal. Now he has to wait to find out the distance. And the judges measure it at 3.74 centimetres off Collins' lead. Chris Norton suddenly finds himself down in third place. How will he respond? He's a great athlete, this guy, a top rugby player. But this event is completely new to him. The water won't bother him. The Aussies are great swimmers, of course, but can he master the shot technique? Looks comfortable, and that's good. Very good. Can he beat 377 though? It's 372, so close for the Australian. Liam Collins, just 5 centimetres separating the first three here. So can Collins extend his lead? Gets himself settled. Good arm extension. Good putting. A great looking throw. It looks close to 4 metres. And the distance, 3 meters 98, so he extends his lead and increases the pressure on Van Sevenon and Norton. Frenchman Luc Van Sevenon, does he have an answer to Collins? He needs his best throw here, and he might well have produced it. Great effort by Van Sevenon, 3 meters 83, but he stays in second place. Chris Norton down in third place still, 3 meters 98 to beat. Great arm extension, looks long, looks to be close to 4 meters. Will it be enough? 3 meters 95, so close. So Collins wins, and Norton overtakes Van Sevenon for second place as the judges verify the distance.
Liam, I know you're pretty intense about this event and winning it overall, and that must be, well, maybe a surprise, I'm not quite sure, but certainly a very rewarding victory in the pool for you.
Oh, massively. It's really turned it all around for me, because I was a little bit low coming into this competition, because I thought, you know, shot put's not one of my strongest at all, outside or inside the pool, but after that it's put it right back up there. I needed the win today because we were all level, 6-6-6 in the heat, and but I hadn't won an event, so if it'd come back to count back, I wouldn't win the heat. But now it's, you know, it's all to play for going into tomorrow, definitely.
A first win for the Geordie Liam Collins, but Norton scores a fine second. Collins takes the lead in the heat, 1 point clear of Norton, with Van Sevenon 1 further back.
Welcome back to the stadium. This heat is still wide open. It's anyone's game, so let's separate the men from the boys in the short track lap sprint.
Short track lap sprint, a 10-meter circular track. Athletes must complete 10 laps, but you must not go out of lane. I'm not joking with you, I mean it.
First to run, Corey McGee. It's been a terrible competition so far for this popular American athlete, but he does love this event. 100 metres, remember it's 10 times around a 10-metre track. He went under 31 seconds last year, and that really is world-class lap sprinting. He's got long, loping strides. He makes full use of those basketball players' long legs. He's really got something to prove here. He's keeping his rhythm consistent. That really is the toughest part of this event. There's the bell. Now keep an eye on the clock. 30.97, under 31 seconds again. Well done, Corey McGee. The big man from Tampa, Florida, clearly feeling the pain. But as they say, without pain, there's no gain. Luc Van Sevenon, the Frenchman. He's impressed everyone in the last 3 events. What can he do here? Looks very, very quick, I have to say. Right from the start, that could be deceptive here. It's a much shorter and choppier stride pattern than the American McGee. But he's well up at the split time. It looks really fast, this, and it is. Can he keep this going? If anything, I think the Frenchman is going to post an even quicker time than McGee. There's the bell. He's going to be close to 30 seconds. 29.47. That's sensational from Van Sevenon. A tenth of a second outside the world record. We didn't see that coming, that's for sure. But when the chips were down, he produced it when it mattered. Well, how will Liam Collins react to that? He's the current leader. But a phenomenal time there by the Frenchman Van Sevenon has blown this competition absolutely wide open. Collins, remember, is an excellent athlete, ranked third for decathlon in Great Britain and sixth over 400 metres in the British rankings. He's a member of the famous Sale Harriers Athletics Club in Manchester. He doesn't have the prettiest style, but it's pretty effective, and it looks quick. Maybe not quite as quick as Van Sevenon. The split time coming up very soon. There it is. He's down at the split. This competition just getting closer and closer. And he's beginning to lose his momentum and his stride pattern now. He has to try and drive on through the line on this final lap. 30.38. Nearly a second outside the Frenchman. Good from Collins, but at this point, not yet good enough. There's plenty more left in him, though. Don't rule him out yet. The Australian Chris Norton. He really fancies this event, but he's been rattled by Van Sevenon. So can he keep his composure, which is all important? Big loping strides, covering the track in as few strides as possible. It doesn't look as quick as Van Sevenon, but in fact it's only half a second down on the Frenchman. So what a race we've got on our hands here. It's all down to these final laps. It's going to be a sensational time, this. It's going to be close to the world record if he keeps driving on. 29.35, he's equalled the world record. What a run from Norton. That's the best sprint competition we've ever seen in this event. 4 points and a new world record for Chris Norton.
Well, Chris, it is a different style. It looked quite slow, actually, to me, but there's clearly method in your madness.
Yeah, well, it might look like there's a bit of method there, but really, let's just go out there and put in as hard as you can for 30 seconds, if not quicker than 30 seconds. And after seeing Luke go through it in 29, just outside world record pace, I almost thought about changing my style a bit before the event, but I stuck to my guns, come up trumps, and extremely happy with that.
A great win and a world record for Chris Norton. Liam Collins will be disappointed with third. Pick any one of three to win this heat. Norton, Collins and Van Sevenon separated by just 2 points.
The reverse posterior glide. Athletes must push themselves backwards down a ramp, then skid as far as possible along the slippery, slidey track. I don't know why.
Mark, another brand new event at International King of Sports 2004. Please tell us, what is it all about?
Yeah, it might look like luck. You've got to push yourself off backwards down that ramp there, but really it's about leg strength, pushing off the ramp to give yourself a lot of momentum, and then keeping yourself in a straight line down the ramp without being able to see where you're going. So it's a little bit like luge in reverse, but without a tray. Well, this last event is absolutely crucial, and Britain's Liam Collins took an early lead with his first round glide of 20.66 metres.
Second skid for the American Corey McGee. Really strong push. And a good skid this. He's going out past the 20 metres mark. Excellent. He's been the worst ranked competitor in all 4 events so far, so he'll feel a lot happier about that. 23.66. He takes the lead. Luke Van Sevenon, just 2 points off the lead. He could still take this heat, but he has to win the reverse posterior glide, and he's not going to do it like that. He'll have to produce something better. 16 metres, 96. Disappointing for him. Liam Collins is 1 point behind Norton, but if he wins this event, he'll be into the final. Rather scrappy technique, I have to say. He held his shape, and he has managed to go past 20 metres. In fact, he could have gone past McGee's mark. We'll have to wait and see on that. 23 metres 91, he takes the lead. And if he stays in the lead, he'll be in the final. Chris Norton needs to beat Collins to reach the final. 23 metres 91, the mark to beat. He got a great push off, but now he's losing his shape and his balance. Disappointing, really. 19 metres, advantage Liam Collins.
Well, Corey McGee couldn't improve on his second round glide, and then Frenchman Van Sevenant saw his competition come to an end. A disappointing 15.50 meant he could no longer catch the two leaders.
So it's Collins or Norton for the final. Collins, remember, has to win the event. Norton just has to beat Collins. Final skid, and a huge one from Collins. He's gone way past 20 metres. Getting close to 30, in fact. He could be over that mark even. He's delighted, and he should be. 31 metres 70, that's sensational, as Liam Collins just skidded his way into the final. Chris Norton has got to beat 31 metres 70 to reach the final. He could still qualify as a higher scoring loser, but he won't want to risk it. Great push-off. Has he bitten off more than he can chew? It's nowhere near long enough in the end. And the distance comes up as 15 metres 36. So Liam Collins is into the final. And Chris Norton dejected.
Well, Liam, you produced an incredible skid there under the most immense of pressure. How did you manage to do that? Was it about mind games or was it purely physical?
Oh, a bit of both. I think definitely this slide it's a little bit different to the one we trained on, and it's definitely suited more to the people with the stronger legs, and I'm more suited in that department than say Luke or perhaps Corey. I was a little bit scared of the weight factor being a bit lighter, but with the crowd cheering everyone, I'm just thrilled, really genuinely thrilled to get placed in the final for Great Britain.
An amazing battle and an amazing win for Liam Collins. He takes his place in the final. But the big news is that Chris Norton is now the highest scoring loser in the series, and with only one heat to go, he can't be knocked off, so he too will qualify for the final. Well, you must be very disappointed after that, Chris, a little bit devastated, but the good news is you are through to the final as one of the runners-up.
Really?
So tell me about the relief.
Oh, well, yeah, that brings a smile to my face, I have to say, because I thought I'd missed out there.
Well, the very fact that Chris Norton went through to the final only in second place tells you about the quality of the man who won that heat, Liam Collins. I think he's got a lot more in reserve for the final, and I know that already he's been in touch with his Polish coach, so expect him to peak even further.
Thanks, Mark. Well, that's just about it from us today. So join us next time when we put 4 more athletes through their paces on International King of Sports 2004.
Stick around after the break for Jamie Rickers as he brings us more ultimate Guinness World Records.